In this video, we're going to be playing Terraria Calamity, but I'm Gojo. This mod adds Infinity, Hollow Purple, and even Domain expansion. If you enjoyed this video and like to see more content like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. After I spawned in, I chose the Limitless technique, and after that I immediately started clearing out trees and the land for a base. After I finished my base, I opened up the Cursed Technique skill tree, which shows all the techniques you can get and how to get them. Shortly after that, I went to the left of the world and found a cave with a heart crystal. And after returning home, we got a little storage system set up. And after that was finished, I made a full set of cactus armor. And right after that, I had my first death. I then went to the snow biome and set up a house so I can have some NPCs move in for a pylon. And after getting jumped by some wolfram drones, I set up a pylon in the jungle. I then grabbed a heart crystal in the jungle and sadly died. After returning home, I made the wolfram prosthesis, which is basically a mini laser gun. And also real quick, I'd like to mention, I know it's a little slow right now and I'm using basic normal weapons, but I promise later we'll get some crazy techniques, just wait. I then traveled back to the jungle and I found an anklet of the wind. I also found a few more heart crystals, but unfortunately died right after. And when I returned home, I started working my arena. And after it was finished, I started on a elevator. I then headed to the corruption biome where I made a slime crown. I also blew up a few shadow orbs. After we returned home, I summoned the King Slime, and this is how the fight went. My main two weapons for this fight was the Wolfram Prosthesis and the Amethyst Staff. After we killed him, we got a curse coin, which has a chance for granting you a special curse energy trait. And after using it, we got sharp curse energy, which basically gave us a little more damage with our curse techniques. And later that night, the Eye of Cthulhu summoned. And this fight kind of went how the last one did, with me just basically using the Wolfram Prosthesis the whole time. After we killed the Eye of Cthulhu, we got a Cursed Eye, which increases our curse energy regeneration by 4 a second. We also unlocked our first technique, Infinity, which basically creates a space between you and the target so it can never reach you. And this is honestly Gojo's coolest ability. The only downside with using Infinity is that you can't use Adrenaline, which is honestly a pretty fair trade-off. And shortly after we killed the Eye of Cthulhu, the Goblin Army came. And here you can see Infinity working against arrows, and honestly it's the coolest thing in the world. And after we finished the Goblin Army, I headed to the desert and we fought the Desert Scourge. And this is what Infinity looks like on the Desert Scourge. It's pretty funny. I then went to our dungeon where I started to work on an arena. I then returned home to work on our base and cleared out some more land. And later that night I fought Skeletron, but sadly I died. And after an excruciatingly long fight with Skeletron, we finally killed him. And from killing him, we got a Dice of Genetic Reroll, which can basically give you an attribute. We also got a Cursed Skull, which gave us 100 more Curse Energy. And also we finally got Lapse Blue, or Amplification Blue, which basically shoots out a really cool blue ball. I then tried to fight the Eater of Worlds, and this is how the fight went.
I failed!
After dying, I made an arena and fought him on the surface. And unfortunately I sold and died again. But third time's a charm and I finally killed him. And after returning home, I made a full set of Shadow Scale armor. And right after that, I went down to the underworld to mine some Hellstone. When I returned home, I made a full set of Molten Armor, Volcano, and the Molten Fury. I then went to the jungle and fought the Queen Bee. Then to the snow biome to fight Clops. And then to switch things up, I decided to switch to Team Gojo, which honestly looked really cool. After that, we were ready to fight the Slime God. And after that, all we had left to kill was the Wall of Flesh. The first thing I did was head to the ice biome to fight Cryogen. The fight consisted of me using blue and my Lunarian bow. Honestly, this fight was really boring and long, but finally he goes down. Next up, we head to the Sulphurous Sea to fight the Aquatic Surge. Honestly, I really enjoyed this fight, but it did take a long time. Also, I got this really cool new frost flamethrower thing, whatever you want to call it, from Cryogen, which did some pretty decent damage. And I didn't notice at the time, but at one point I got to 2 health. So yeah, I really don't know how I killed him, but I barely did. I then unfortunately died to the Destroyer. But on the next attempt, I then tried to fight Skeletron Prime, but sadly I got stunlocked. The next attempt went a lot better though. And using the dice of genetic reroll, we got the 6 eyes. We also finally unlocked a new move, Maximum Output Blue, which basically lets us grab things and just swing them everywhere. I then went to go fight the Brimstone Elemental. And shortly after that, we went to go fight the Calamitous clone. Up next was Plantera, and I did die to her a couple times before this because I didn't really have an arena, but now that I had one, it was easy. And after that was everybody's favorite boss, Golem. Yeah, he got no diff. Next up was one of my favorite bosses in the game, Anahita and Leviathan. After that, we went to go fight the Lunatic Cultist, and I died to these guys a lot, and I'm gonna let the whole fight play out, but you'll see why. Yeah, bro had an entire domain expansion, bro. That was crazy. After that was my favorite boss of Vanilla Terraria, Duke Fishron, and we didn't have too much struggle with him. Also, forgot to mention earlier, but after we killed the Lunatic Cultist, we got a new aura, which basically gave us a lot of speed and damage, but it cost a ton of cursed energy. And our next boss was the Plaguebringer, another one of my favorite bosses. After that was Astrum RS, and honestly, he's an alright boss. He's okay. Then it was time for the Empress of Light. After Empress of Light, we went to Astrum Deus, and honestly, I really enjoyed this boss. It was now time for the Ravager, and honestly, it's not even really worth mentioning the fight. And it was now time for our final boss, the Moonlord, and I'll let the fight play out. But there was one thing we still had to do, and that was die to the Moonlord. And whenever you do, this happens. We had now unlocked the reverse curse technique, allowing us to heal ourselves with cursed energy and shoot little red balls. The first thing I did was swap my outfit to look like Shinjuku Gojo, and right after that we went to the underworld to fight the Profane Guardians. For the majority of the fight, I just used Lapse Blue and the Phantasm Bow, but sadly I did die once. But after returning with one last blue, we finished them off. And immediately after that, I summoned Providence. With all the sentinels dead, we now unlocked a new technique, Hollow Purple. And next up was Poltergeist, honestly one of my favorite bosses in the game. And now for the boss everybody's been waiting for, the Devourer of Gods. I did die a few times, but this is my winning attempt. With the Devourer of Gods dead, we now unlock two new techniques, Domain Expansion and 200% Hollow Purple. After that, I went and cleared up some bosses I missed, like the Ravager and the Dragon Folly. And after dying once to Yarn, I summoned him a second time and I killed him. And our final boss is the Supreme Witch Calamitous. And I won't lie, I died a lot of times to this boss. I mean, a lot. I'm pretty sure it was like 50 minutes to an hour of just dying. But I'll show you the final winning attempt. And there you have it. All of Calamity as Gojo beaten. Honestly, I had a blast on this mod. The abilities are super fun and really accurate. Make sure to check it out for yourself if you want to. And with that, please subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a blessed day.